All of us time here.
Don't push anybody. Don't push anybody. Don't push it down.
Not yet. Oh. Let's do that.
Tell my small now. Tell my small. You just step on. They follow you talk now. You go tell us. You go follow. You go hear me now. Not the match anyhow. Calm down now. No, I did throw out of the door. We are get the place now.
Big break.
Not yet.
We have casting of mouth votes this morning. My wife and I are happy with the level of turnout at this polling unit. You can see that told that they came right on time, and voting is on. I think it's a time for us as a people to see and to understand that this process is not meant to be a process of violence. Election that leads to a democratic process is the best form of a validation of what true democracy should be about. And so I want to reiterate again that this contest is about peace, it's about progress, it's about prosperity for our state and our country at large. And I want you all, gentlemen of the press, to continue to preach and to advocate for everyone to have the right to be able to express themselves freely, fairly, and transparently. I'm indeed happy driving here this morning that everywhere in the city looks calm. But there are a few disturbing videos that we've also seen where some parties, I'm told that they were doing one or two things which it's not verifiable, so I'm not going to talk about it. Right? But truly, really, it's just to say that I'm excited and I'm happy to be here. And I want to ask that all of our voters, all of our citizens should just remain vigilant. You know, if you see anything, say something, and just all let's come out, you know, and exercise our right freely, devoid of any form of acrimony or any form of protest or any form of intimidation. That is not acceptable as a government. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wa pé àti débì ọlọ́dẹ tó fà lórí ẹ̀ka láti dìbò. Ẹni pé ìbò yẹn ó lọ wọ́rọ́wọ́ ní ti gẹ́gẹ́ àwọn oníròyìn ẹ̀kọ́ gan-an ó yé mi bó ṣe rí. Èyí tá à ń ṣe yìí kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kó fa jàgídíjàgan. Ètò ìdìbò ó jẹ́ ẹ̀tọ́ gbogbo ọmọ ìlú Èkó, gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà láti lè ṣe tó máa lọ wọ́ọ́rọ́wọ́ọ́rọ́ tí ò ní sí ìjà, tí ò ní sí ìtẹ̀jẹ̀sílẹ̀, tí ò ní sí jàgídíjàgan. Ká máa ṣe tó máa lọ lọ́lọ́dẹ máa fún wa ṣe. Gbogbo yín náà ṣe ń jáde ẹ̀ lajú sílẹ̀ ẹ̀rí pé kẹ́ ń ṣe pé kò sí wàhálà ń bẹ̀. Mo dẹ̀ ń sọ náà káàkiri pé gbogbo Èkó a máa tún jáde ní wọ́ọ́rọ́wọ́ káàní ṣe ìyíjà nítorí ẹ̀yin lẹ máa fi gómìnà àti àwọn tó máa ṣe náà ẹ̀yin lẹ máa fi wọ́n sórí àṣẹ ẹni tó dẹ̀ máa ṣe yẹn ọmọ ilé kù ọmọ adé fún yín ṣe ọmọ adé fún yín ṣe. I want to thank all of you, gentlemen of the press, for turning out a large number here this morning. I'm hoping that what we have seen here will be reflective of the sincerity of the process. Truly, it is free, it's fair, and it's transparent for everyone to see. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
sir.
Situation and the atmosphere is pretty calm. This morning we saw security agencies enforcing the stay-at-home order because some vehicles are on the road. So from our conversation with some of the officials we've seen here, the core members, they said they are ready for the poll to open, and of course they are also expecting the process to go on without any violence. Dari Ido reporting for Channels Television News.
Big Joffrey. The power gun.
They vote for you.
Are you a professional looking to immigrate legally to the United States?
So we get to feel Lagos, parts of Lagos, from Ikorodu to Badagry to Ekpe, Ajah, Ikeja, and the Victoria Island, and so on. Now, Ini, good morning. It's good to have you join me now. Can you confirm what part of Lagos you are so we can go ahead?
Yes, good morning, Mike. I'm at Ikorodu, local government.
All right. What's the situation in Ikorodu now?
Okay, right about now, I am at the Aga Ijomu ward in Lagos right now. And I was listening to Emmanuel earlier. He said around 8:29, INEC officials just came. From here, it is quite different because INEC officials were here about after 7. And clearly, they have started accreditation right now. And of course, voters are already going to cast their vote here. So right about now, they actually started early at this ward. I mean, I think it's a turn of tables because right now, it's like the INEC officials are the ones waiting for the voters, like what we saw at the presidential elections, where the voters were waiting for INEC for about 1 and 2 hours after, the stated time. But here, they started quite early, and of course, it's impressive because, I mean, nobody expected them to come early, but right about now, INEC fulfilled their promises to come early, and right about now, they have started accreditation and voting here.
Amazing. It's good to know. Although I can't judge from the pictures behind you right now when it comes to the turnout, I'm going to need you to pan around a little so we have a feel of the turnout so far. But talk to us from that window. What's the turnout? What are you seeing? Although the process is just starting.
Yeah. Okay, so if my cameraman can just pan around, you can see there are very few voters here, actually. There are very, very few voters. Like I said, INEC officials are the ones waiting for the voters this time around. So, I mean, and, I'm going on the street, I spoke to some residents, and, while some of them are excited about, voting for the governorship, candidates, they are also not impressed, about the electoral process in Nigeria. They are not really optimistic, about voting. Speaking with some of them, they're not really optimistic about voting. So it's quite a poor turnout of voters this time. But like I said, it's just starting. So maybe by 10 a.m., 11 a.m., we'll see, lots of people here, wanting to cast their votes.
All right, Ini, thank you very much for bringing us up to speed from Ikorodu.
Yeah, good afternoon. Àbí àárọ̀ ni ẹ káàárọ̀. Gbogbo wa la ń rí bí election ṣe ń lọ ní Nàìjíríà. So election ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. So and based on what we've seen and we've heard so far, there isn't so much turnout like the presidential election. So we're highly disappointed. We actually thought the obedience were going to turn out, you know, just like the presidential election, but unfortunately, they are not actually turning out. So let's watch and see. Finger crossed. I'm going to watch it. Bóyá eléyìí náà máa gbẹ̀yìn bí ti presidential election ni o, or kò ṣe pé it's going to go smoothly and can I expect much? We are yet to see that. So màmá mo wá bó bá ṣe ń lọ lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan gbogbo state. So mo ti show ti Ìbàdàn, mo ti show ti Lagos bí Sanwó-Olú ṣe lọ cast the vote. So mo ti show Taraba State. So I'm yet to get my hands on other states as well. So we will be watching it as time progress. So I'm going to go live for. Okay, so now let's do this.
Over to my colleague Nifemi Ogunsi, who is also in Lagos, to bring us up to speed now. Nifemi, good morning.
Good morning, Mike. It's exactly 1 hour after voting and accreditation started here, and just 6 people have voted. I heard you guys talk about it's one thing for INEC officials to arrive. It's yet another thing also for voters to get ready for the exercise. Now, I can confirm to you we're at the polling unit 085 Ward F in Allow. And this is where the president-elect Bola Tinubu is registered to vote. We expect him to come. This convoy had just arrived here. He voted here on the 25th of February for the presidential and national assembly election. And unlike weeks ago, that INEC officials arrived here 1 hour after voting ought to have started, I can confirm to our viewers that INEC officials got here with election materials at about 8 a.m. and the presiding officer did confirm and did open voting and accreditation at exactly 8:30. So it's a situation of waiting for voters to arrive. Recall that in this particular polling unit, about 324 registered voters are here. In the last election, only about 43 of them were accredited. That's 13% of registered voters, but we're waiting for the president-elect to alight from his vehicle and is expected to also cast his ballot just like he did some 3 weeks ago. Well, it's a busy site here, as you can see. My security operatives are here. The commissioner of police himself was here earlier. Well, that's the president-elect alighting from his vehicle exactly 9:34 p.m. 9:34 a.m. to cast his ballot, and you can hear the cheers from those who had followed him and who are also cheering him up as he approaches. He has now approached the cubicle where he will get accredited and also cast his vote. The process is expected to be quite easy and fast of the procedure.
All right, Nifemi, from the visuals we're seeing where you are, they seem like a large turnout, although we're not able to reconcile whether it is because the president-elect is voting there, so there's a lot of people, entourage coming there, or it is people who are coming to cast their ballot, who are going to vote. But we see a large turnout of people there so far, and it's quite encouraging. Let us assume that all those persons being out, even if they are not voting in that polling unit, will be one way or the other, will be involved in the voting process today. All right, it's quite encouraging to see that people are coming out. Although this crowd here, we can't confirm if all of them are voters or if some of them or all of them are entourage.
Well, exactly, exactly the point. You know, well, Nifemi, does Nifemi want to come on again?
Yes. Now, Nifemi, talk to us about. Are you able to sieve? From your observation, are you able to sieve that crowd to know if they're voters or if they're entourage?
I mentioned earlier, Mike, that before the arrival of the president-elect, only 6 voters have been accredited and voted in this particular polling unit. So the crowd you're looking at are possibly those who have followed the convoy of the president-elect. 324 voters are registered here to vote, and we're still, well, there's still so much time. It's just 24 minutes before 10. The presiding officer did say that voting will go on here until 2:30. Hopefully we'll get more of the registered voters who have their PVC come out this morning. But we'll check the figure. There is no queue, before the arrival of the president-elect. It is usual that when he comes around, that it comes to quite a number of people, Mike.
Expected, I must say. But observe for us those who are voting, who are you mentioned that only about 6 persons have voted so far. Among the number of those who are voting, what's the balance when it comes to women? And so on. Can you give us an idea of that?
Well, you know that when it comes to election, it's a large turnout of people, election observers, journalists, security operatives. We have the Rapid Response Corps, the Explosive Ordnance Disposal Command, the NSCDC officials, even the NDLEA. And when you look at that put together, there is an even distribution of women.